Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There are two views. One view is this world is an illusion. Second view is, now look this side, don't look here and there. Monkeys are stable than us. So, there are two views. One view is the world is an illusion, and the second view is the world is nothing but God. Two things. So if we take this world to be an illusion, how can we love illusion? So the world is an illusion, must be rejected. This is one view. The other view is, if the world is God, then what is there to love? Anyway, He is also us. So love is not possible. You can't love yourself. So a compromise in understanding has to be brought. What is the meaning of the world is an illusion? World is an illusion if we take the world as other than I. See? Wherever there is a sense of otherness, that sense of otherness is called as world. See? If there is no sense of otherness, there is no world. And therefore, the sense of otherness is created only when we are identified with the body. If we are not identified with one body, then the sense of otherness disappears. Take an example. The mother and the child, the bodies are different, no doubt about it. But the mother doesn't look at the baby as someone other than herself. So the extension of the mother is the child, and therefore the mother is able to love the child without any efforts. In the same manner, Ghata kudyadikam sarvam mrittika matramevacha tatha brahma jagat sarvam iti Vedanta Dindimah. So like all the pots are nothing but the clay, in the same manner, this whole world is nothing but the self, the I. See? This is the path of devotion or path of knowledge, it is one and the same. In path of devotion they say, love everybody. How can we start that? At present, our love is exclusively for ourselves. I. Then we start diluting this concentrated I love, and when this love which is concentrated in I is diluted, it becomes very potent. It is like the homeopathic dose. Once one homeopath person gave me some medicine. All of them try every kind of medicine on me, freely available guinea pig. So, when he gave me the dose, thereafter he said, Swamiji, this is the dose, next dose I will give after 6 months. I said, this is too much. Why so late? He said, this is a very high potency dose. Then I was afraid, now what is going to happen to me? Tell me what is high potency. So he explained. When the medicine is diluted to such an extent, by any chemical process you cannot establish the presence of medicine in that particular liquid. It is so much diluted. 1 in million, 1 in 2 millions, like that. And when it is diluted so much, the potency is high. Exactly the same way. When our I gets diluted and includes everything, see, When Narendra Modi was one ordinary person, no potency. But now he is so much diluted. Now he doesn't talk as Mr. Narendra Modi, but he talks as the nation as a whole. So his identification is no more with one body, but with the total nation. And as our identification becomes more and more all-inclusive, then what will happen? Just see how simple it is. First I, center point. Then I and my wife, let us take one unit of radius. So point one radius, I and my wife, one circle. Then first year pass, one calendar printed. I and my wife and my child. Now the radius has increased, 2n. Then the second calendar came out. Then I, my wife, my first child, my second child. Now go on increasing the length of the radius. Include mother, father, yours, hers. Keep on including. And when you thus keep on increasing the number of people included in your circle by expanding the radius value, what will be the ultimate? When the radius becomes infinite, it is a circle without a circumference. And that center will be everywhere. So that center which is everywhere without a circumference is living in God. See friends. And for this the teacher told us, focus attention on your being, not becoming. See, we have become a lot. Now let us reduce that becoming, all unbecoming. So when we start unbecoming, we give up all the upadhis. We start giving up all the possessions. And when all possessions and relations are given up, then we come to a point which is just being without becoming anybody. This is what is our presence. So when we come back to the presence, then alone we recognize this truth. Tatha Brahma Jagat Sarvam iti Vedanta Dindimah. Then the whole world is nothing but my own expanse, and who is none other than the Brahman. Avastha tritayam yasya krida bhumitaya sthitam tadeva brahma janiyat iti Vedanta Dindimah. Now this is another very deep thought. Be attentive. Avastha tritayam yasya krida bhumitaya sthitam. The same reality is expressing in three conditions. When the self is identified with the gross body, then Mr. Waker is born and waking experience are conducted. When the self is identified with the modifications of the mind without identification with the gross body, then the dreamer is born and the dream experiences happen. And when the self is identified with the absence of these two, then the deep sleep experience happens for the deep sleeper. So it is the same reality, because of the three conditioning, appears as if it has become three. See? So simultaneously we are two in one. See? Like in the waking state, there is waker and the one who has become waker. There are two of them. Similarly, the dream state, the absolute reality plus the dreamer. Then in the deep sleep, the absolute reality and the deep sleeper pragya. So these three expressions of waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, they are aupadhika. They are not real. The reality is the self. See? The example I gave you, the son, the husband and the father. Then one man has become everything. Now, what will be the spiritual practice for the husband to become the man? First spiritual practice, he should stop that. Because he can never become a man. Because he is already a man. But we are struggling. I want to realize. One of my friend, a Gujarati friend, always he talks to me. Swamiji, when will I realize? That which is beyond the scope and limitation of time, there the question when will I realize is redundant. See, friends. Therefore, life must be understood with reference to all the three experiences together. Normally, when we write autobiography of a Dumbo, so what do we write? We write only our experiences as Mr. Waker. But our life also includes dreamer and the deep sleeper. What about them? First step, second step. As in every dream, there is a separate dreamer. Yesterday's dreamer and today's dreamer have no relations. In last dream, I was a king. In the next dream, I was a beggar. In the third dream, I was a mad. In the fourth dream, I was a wise man. Now, which is me? They have no connection. Now be attentive. If for every dream there is a separate dreamer, then for every waking experience there is a separate waker. If you can digest this pill, you are courageous. Upanishad says, Nayamatma balahinena labhyaha. The truth is not for those who are weaklings. See? So what we do? We collect all the wakers. And through all the wakers, a continuous thread of consciousness goes. And a garland of wakers is made. See? What is a garland? Garland doesn't exist. It only appears. When you cut the thread, remove all the flowers separately, where the garland has gone? Nowhere. Because it was nowhere. It was just an appearance. Be attentive. If there are more flowers, big garland. Less flowers, short garland. If there is only one flower, no garland. If we start living only in today, all the past is not brought, there won't be garland. This is the truth. We don't have to become friends. We are that. But what happens? Instead of remaining this one absolute in the utter present, we all the time, in English they call it flashback. Actually it is a flushback. See, when I was there, it so happened the monkey came and just jumped on my head, and from that day onward I feel realized. The monkey also feels the same way. See, friends, just try this. I told you 10 times. This is the highest spiritual practice. Do not talk about your past. See? Then we have nothing to talk. This experiment I conducted many years before. Those who are professional listeners, they know about it. One man sat in the train and wanted to talk to me. I said, my God, he's going to eat my head. So the best way to keep the old person engaged without bothering you is to ask that old man about his past and don't listen. Anyway, he wants to talk, whether others listen or not. So that technique I have followed. When he wanted to ask me, so I took out my mala and told, I said, look here, I do japa. When I travel, I don't talk. That is my guru told me. Now who is going to verify? Then my guru told me, therefore I will not talk. Please don't mind. You tell me something about you. And this is what every old man wants. They want only listeners. And then he started. I was here, I was there, I had done this thing, I had done this thing, non-stop. And whenever I have to see that his spirit goes down, I have to give, really? Then what happened? Again he is revived. And like this he went on and on and on and on. And finally when he came to this point, thereafter my children told, you go to Delhi, Bombay is very humid, it is not good for you, therefore I came over here. Then what happened? Nothing. If you remain in the present, you have nothing to talk. Put it the other way around. If you don't talk, your past will be erased. This is all the spiritual practice. See, friends, this presence without the past and the future is the divinity. Now this experience of yours, how will you explain, you tell me? You cannot. This is what Upanishad says, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. This experience cannot be spoken of by words or cannot be described in terms of emotion. I tell you, I had the vision of a God. Nothing. You are feeling cold. See? One place in Bombay it happened, Juhu. I will not tell you the name and all that. When Babaji came, I was also invited. And in that, he came with a pant, shirt and all that, and above that there was a gown. So everyone got up, I also got up. Then, pom 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 pom, dang 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 dang. And he came and sat. And then everybody was given flower, I was also given. So what do? We had to go and offer at the feet. So I offered and did namaskar. Then I sat down. And thereafter he started. Awareness is an outdated word. Must be sleeping. Awareness is the outdated word. You have to feel consciousness. You have to. And the whole audience. This is not spiritual life. Don't get lost in that feel. See? Upanishad authority, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. What can we talk about the self? Only in the language of negation, which has no beginning, which has no modification, which has no end, which is not absent. Only negation. What it is never told. You go in any Upanishad. Keno Upanishad, the student gets frustrated when the teacher says, I can't tell you because it is not the topic of speech or mind or intellect and I don't know how to teach you. I am sorry, you have come to the wrong place. Then the student becomes frustrated. No, please tell what your guru told you. That I can tell you. My guru told that truth is other than the known and the unknown. What is the truth is never told. It is other than the known and the unknown. No, find out. You ask him if the tea can wait for some time.
The flask should
Huh? So it is thermos, so no problem. It will not become cold. So, the truth is other than the known and the unknown. But what is the truth is never told. Now you find out. And when you become contemplative, then you come to know known is effect, unknown is cause. Truth is other than the known and unknown, other than the cause and effect. The truth is other than the known and unknown, cause and effect. Cause is in the earlier period of time, effect is in the later period of time. It is beyond time. This is that. Don't try to understand. If you understand, you will make a concept. आ गया समझ में. The same Upanishad says, avidnyatam vijanatam vijnatam avijanatam. Those who say that I have understood, they have understood nothing. Now those who I have not understood, they have understood everything. See friends, therefore, these are the techniques. Avastha tritayam yasa krida bhumitaya sthitam. Now this is krida bhumi. Krida means only time pass. See? Like we went down there where Bhagwan Shankaracharya's place was there. Did we go for any purpose? No, time passed because still there was a time to come over here. Let's go there. We have come here, such a beautiful place in Swami's ashram. For any purpose, no, time passed. There is peace at home when you all have come here. See? The day you take this principle in life, time pass, you have understood the whole Vedanta. Whenever you live the life with time pass philosophy, first thing that happens, I is not created. See? When we play with the children, cricket. Once in one of children's camp, I was playing cricket. I said, I'll play on one condition, I'll do only batting. Don't ask me to run and catch and all that. Okay. And I will not become out also. All right. So, when I was playing, that boy shouted, Swamiji, LBW. I said, how it can be LBW? My leg you cannot see. Leg before wicket, how can you say? He said, no, for you LBW means lungi before wicket. See? So when I was playing with those children, whether I win or I lose, does it make any difference? Because there was no I born. It was just a time pass. See? Same way, when you are listening, listen for a time pass. Don't try to understand. The moment you will understand, it will become a concept. Concepts are always liable to change. Concept never remains steady. Earlier the concept was remove the what you call appendix, not required. Now, wherever you have thrown, bring it and fix it back. See? Concepts are subject to change. The truth is not the concept. Therefore, that which is playing the game of life, krida bhumitaya sthitam. Therefore, all your problems of life and all questions can be answered by one word. And that word is, what is this happening? Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. That's it. In Leela, in drama, everything appears to be happening, but nothing happens. Now, is it not true? When we were not in this world, was anything lacking? When we will leave this world, I guarantee nothing will lack. If you don't trust me, leave. So, our prior absence and latter absence does not make any difference, though the present presence will make any difference. But ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. And this disease of doing is such terrible that we do meditation, we do sadhana, we do japa. See, that disease of doing must go away. So, avastha dhritayam yasya krida bhumitaya sthidam tadeva brahma janiyat. That is what is the truth. And this truth cannot be recognized as other than the self. Iti Vedanta Dindimah. Yannadau yaccha nastante tanmadde bhatamapyat ato mithya jagat sarva iti Vedanta Dindimah. That which was not earlier, that which doesn't exist later, in between also it is just an appearance. See? How true it is. Applied anywhere. Anything which was not earlier and which is not later, in between it appeared. It is not real. Real is that which has no beginning, no modification, no end. Instead of searching anywhere, analyze your experience. All the Vedanta sadhana is analyzing our own experiences and learning from every experience. This is one very simple spiritual practice. If we learn from our every experience, with every experience we will grow wise. But that is the whole problem. We don't learn from our experience. We are expert in repeating our mistakes. Pramad. See? I'll tell you one or two things, how it has helped me, this approach. First time I was given, this Gayatri Mantra Japa, Diksha. So we were told, do 11 times, loudly. Om Bhurvu Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Margo Devasa Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayata. Sandhya Vandanam, do that much. But every disciple thinks he is wiser than the Guru. So I was also at the same time. So I thought, why 11 times? What do you think? I can't do 108 times. And why loudly? To show to the people. I'll do it in my mind. And I have to take with the mala and do. And after some time, Bill Gates will come and open different windows. In one window, Om Bhurbu Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Margo Devasya Dhimahi. Another window, Kapda dhona hai. I have to wash my clothes. Water is too cold, Why don't they provide a dhobi in the ashram? It's better there. The third window, every day idli sambar. Can't they think about anything? See? So at a time, 4 or 5 windows are open, and in one window, Om Bhurbu Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam. Slowly, mind learned, this is the way, okay. So otherwise the mind is perfectly alright. The moment Om Bhurbu Swaha, window cut open. And this I realized after 6 months. I said, hey, what I am doing? Then I stopped. I said, no more Gayatri. See? Then you understand that when we chant the japa, we should not chant the Lord's name like taking Ayurvedic medicine. How do we take Ayurvedic medicine? With taste? No. Take it in a glass of water and sweet. Oh. Our japa is like that. Om no Shiva, 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 Om no Shiva. As if you are abusing Shiva. See? On the contrary, chant the Lord's name like you are eating a chocolate. We don't take the chocolate and take a glass of water. We park the chocolate here and slowly enjoy. See? This is how, when we take that learning process starts from our every experience, then the Guru is not outside. Guru is in our very heart. See, Bhagwan Dattatreya had 24 gurus, not one, 24. And no Guru came and taught him. He learned. In Kaivalya Upanishad, the same thing. The student says, Adhi Bhagavo Brahma Vidyam Varishtham. The Guru Maharaj says, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga, the way you learn. I can't teach you. In the transfer of knowledge, it is not the Guru who is important. It is the disciple who is responsible. Otherwise, the Guru is the same. So many disciples, but all do not learn. But normally what we do, we pass on the responsibility to Guru Maharaj. Now you suffer, challenge to the Guru. See friends, therefore, that which is not in the beginning, that which is not at the end, in between it just appears. Now apply this principle. Bhagavad Gita gives one example. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama paina nityantanti dikshasva bharata. Any experience which is gathered through sense organs and the objects is temporary because it begins in time, it ends in time, therefore it is temporary. And because of the temporary experiences, it is not wise to be permanently miserable. Then what is to be done? Tan titikshasva bharata. What cannot be cured must be endured. And how can we endure? Like our class started. Now endure. It will be over. What can be done? Titikshasva. Nothing else. As I tolerate you, you tolerate. Parasparam tolerentaha. Shreya paramavapsada. See friends, then life becomes beautiful. Otherwise, for us, spirituality means such a serious affair, as if you are going to be hanged. What happened? Are you realization chakkar mein phas gaye. That is not spiritual life, friends. It's all joy, happiness. So, yannado yachanastante tan madhye bhatam apyasat ato mithya jagat sarvam iti Vedanta Dindimah. Now another important word in Vedanta is mithya. Mithya means that experience which demands n number of conditions for the happening of that experience is an illusion. Like the mirage waters, we cannot see any time. Suppose you tell, hey yaar, I was coming at 10 o'clock at night, everywhere I saw mirage water. Arre yaar, don't bluff. Mirage water will not be seen at night. And then I was coming, right at 12 o'clock. When I looked up, I saw a rainbow, round rainbow. Kisko bluff maroge? So, all these experiences demand a specific condition. If these examples are clear, now apply. This waking experience is valid only after body identification. When we are not identified with the body, where we are, when we are, what we are. See? But we are. When, where, what disappears. Therefore, waking experience is an illusion. So when we see some illusion, we don't become serious. Like, I was coming, I saw the mirage water, I thought, let me do the social service. So I harvested the mirage waters in buckets and came. You cannot. In the same manner, this world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. But we become so serious. Therefore, ato mithya jagat sarvam. This world has always been like this. Don't take it too seriously. We become serious with reference to children. Because we feel the children should be good. One lady came in the morning, one place somewhere, and Swamiji, the world is very bad. I say, come on, I didn't create the world, don't tell me. Then how the world is bad? Yes, sir. No problem. Keep it there, you go, we'll bring it back. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.